Welcome to the Bloody Aussie Battler podcast with your host, Mike Holt. Where is the law?
Daniela has bravely stood up to the powers that want to be and refused to shut her shop. She has a beauty salon in Brisbane, down near the valley, and she just stood up to them and said, your act is not the law. I go by the law. So Daniela, tell us about what happened from the beginning. So you were working yesterday. What happened?
I went to work as per normal, and a little bit of a, sort of preview as to what happened the last lockdown. I actually went to my place of business the entire time while we were in lockdown, and I refused to shut my doors. Of course, a lot of clients, being afraid, did not come to their appointment, but I went and I was there anyway. And so this time around, I was prepared to do the exact same thing. So when the mask mandate came out, I went about my days. Not wearing a mask. I haven't worn a mask the entire time since this whole nonsense has been about, and I refused to do so. And so I went to work. I was expecting that they were going to come, because the day before I actually went onto my business page and I put a video up because I'd had enough of hiding, and being afraid to speak my truth out of fear of losing business. So I put a post up and I said, for any of my clients that are going to come into my business tomorrow, I would like you to all know in advance that I will not be requiring anyone to come with a mask. If you choose to wear one on your own accord, you're more than welcome to do so, and we will respect your choice to do so. But I will not be requesting that my staff or any of my clients that are within my premise will be required to wear one. And I put that up for everyone to know, because I want everyone to know this is where I stand. So they obviously were watching my Instagram or my story, and sure enough, they rocked up to the salon yesterday morning. And the nerves set in. I thought, here we go. I was preparing myself all this time for this. I'm ready to go. So I recorded the entire thing. I asked them, how I could help them, and they said, well, we've been sent here because a member of the general public has filed a complaint. A health complaint. And I said, really? A member of the public? Well, that's interesting. Who is this member of the public? Which they apparently were not allowed to disclose that. And so I moved on. I said, that's fine. And what is your purpose here? And he said, well, we've been requested to come here. By the way, they walked, they didn't drive. We've been requested to come here, to discuss with you your reasons for not wearing a mask, or why you are not asking your staff or any one of your patrons to wear a mask. And so I respectfully, I said, well, because I don't have to, it's not law, and I choose within my private premises to do what I feel is right and what is lawful. And so we went into this whole battle, because he was constantly trying to tell me that I'm violating the Chief Health Minister's directions. And I, again, just reminded him that the Chief Health Minister's directions are simply more than a recommendation, and not actually have been legislated, or, they're not laws. I did ask him to prove to me what law I was breaking, which he avoided completely. And there was this constant battle back and forth, and they had a good cop, bad cop. The female officer, who, by the way, was not wearing her mask correctly, either was below her nose, was really the bad cop, and really came for me. Yes, baby. Okay, mummy's on an important call, okay? You give me 1 minute. Hello. A warrior in the training.
Yeah.
Okay, can you go play with Harvey for 1 minute? Go on. Okay, go. I know. Everyone go play with for just 1 minute, okay?
Everyone wants to get in on it.
Everyone wants a part. So she sort of came a little bit aggressively towards me, and was, sort of saying, well, actually, let me correct myself. The male officer kept asking me for my name. And I said, I don't need to give you my name. Why do you need my name? And he said, because you need to give me your name. I'm requiring you as a police officer for you to give me your name. I said, but I don't need to. I'm not breaching any laws. I'm not, criminally acting. I'm not doing anything unlawful, and you don't have a warrant, and you're inside my private property, so I don't actually need to give you my name. You have no reason to ask me for my name. He didn't like that. And so she came on, and said, it's actually under the, what is it that she said? Something about some police act or whatever it was. She was citing to me that if I didn't give it to her, that I was breaching that. And I said, well, that's fine, but you're a corporation. So what you're citing to me right now doesn't affect me or apply to me. I don't need to, by law, give you my name. So we went into this back and forth battle. Anyway, cut a long story short, they left. Right. After I gave them my name, 10 minutes in, I gave them my name, and he said that he was going to lodge an investigation, which apparently was to deem whether or not I was breaching any laws. I said to him before he left, why don't you call your commanding officer right now, whoever that is, and ask them on the phone. I will sit there, baby. And I said, could you ask them now while I've got you on recording to tell you whether or not I'm breaching any laws? I mean, you can do that right here in front of me. I'm sure everyone in the public would like to know the results of that. And he said no. But after I gave him my name, he went to disclose my personal information. So I could see he was typing in my name, and he said, okay, so this is your name, and so this is your address. And then before he finished, I said, hang on, I don't want you to disclose that out loud. There's a shop full of people here, and I'm recording you, and it's going to go into the internet. I'm asking you not to disclose my personal information on camera. You can show me on your device, and I'll tell you whether that's me. And he said, no, I actually have to read this out loud. And I said, okay, well, then you're committing a crime because I've requested you not to tell everyone around me my personal information, and you're going to do that anyway. So he did it. And at the end of it, he said, we'll be filing this investigation and we'll let you know in 3 days. And I said, well, why 3 days? Why can't you tell me now? And he said, because there's a lockdown and you won't be here tomorrow. And I said, well, what makes you say that? And he said, well, I'm assuming you won't be because you'll be following the directions of the Queensland Police. And I said, well, that's your assumption, but that's all that it is an assumption. I haven't said whether I will and I won't. And it's up to you, to decide to assume that, but, that's just ridiculous. Anyway, they ended up leaving. And nothing came of that. And within 2 minutes of them leaving, Channel 9 bombarded me.
Yeah.
So again, the same thing, citing the laws. I had everything printed off and laminated, ready to go, because I was actually going to do a post about, the Biosecurity Act, privacy laws, common law, and all of that. I was ready to talk to my followers all about that. When she bombarded me, citing me Queensland Health website, which has no laws on it whatsoever. And the interview was an absolute waste of time. Obviously, I made it to the news with none of the interview being shown. And that's where I'm at today. So tomorrow I will be at work. Yeah.
We're coming too. We're coming down from the Sunshine Coast. We're coming up from the Gold Coast. We're coming from Brisbane. We're mobilising the troops. And
excellent.
There'll be a whole bunch of us standing outside your shop, arms linked, peacefully gathered to stop any police or government harassing you. But we will let, of course, your customers go in. And
well, the thing is, my thing is, I've got a lot of customers that stand and believe in the same things that we're fighting for. And the problem that I'm facing is that they're afraid of the police. They're afraid of these fines. They're afraid that if they walk in my business, that they're going to get arrested. And me explaining all of this to them, that's one thing, but I feel that they don't feel safe, if you know what I mean. So it's been very difficult for business.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're going down there tomorrow, to show people that we can stand up to these thugs and bullies, and that people power works, and we don't have to be afraid of them, because it is not a law. What they are trying to do to us now with this so-called COVID restrictions is not law. They haven't passed the law in Parliament, and therefore it's not. We don't have to obey it.
Dick Yardley's book, Australian Political and Religious Leaders, Treason, Treachery and Sabotage. Dick exposes how Whitlam, Hawke, Keating, Goss, Rudd and all the other Fabians have destroyed our manufacturing and agriculture. If you want to know exactly how they have done it, get Dick's book at advanceaustralia.com.au and click on merchandise. Knowledge is power. Get the power to fight the corruption today.
To her, I said, these fines are ridiculous. They're corporation laws. They're not even, I mean, it's nothing. I could rip the piece of paper up in front of them and they can't do anything. And she said, oh, I wouldn't do that because in a court of law, you'd lose. And I said, what? In a court of law, I would not lose. No. She goes, I wouldn't even bother citing the Magna Carta in front of a judge. They'd laugh at your face. And I thought, what? They're a lawyer. How can you even say that?
Actually, this is true because they don't operate under our constitution or our common law. In 1960, they got rid of the Governor General, and then they took our money in 1966. They took the Queen out of the Constitution in 72, and in 1986, they brought in their so-called Australia Act, all of which are null and void. So they actually operate out of their corporation and their corporate constitution, which is the one they took a copy of our constitution and copyrighted it to a company in the US. So I just want to show you something. I'm going to share the screen here for a moment. On the CIR Now website, you'll see here there's your rights and the police. Now, there are 2 court cases you need to know about. Regina versus Banner. That's okay, don't worry about it. So Regina versus Banner and Andrew Hamilton versus Director of Public Prosecutions. And in both of these, the High Court judges said, the Supreme Court judges rather, said that the police cannot stop you to search or look for evidence of a crime if they do not consider, think that you've committed a crime already. In other words, they can't ask for your name. They can't stop you in the street. They can't come into your shop and demand that you give them information if they do not say, we think you have committed a crime. And of course, not wearing a
mask is not committing a crime.
Exactly. Anyway, go on, please. That was a good story. Keep going.
I am curious though. This is why I want to learn as much as I can about common law, because if we're currently operating under, a corporation government system, and we are to go to court, how do we protect ourselves if we do face court, or if we do want to take anyone to court? If they're not on our side, what protects us, or who do we go to for those protections?
We don't go into their courts at all if we can help it. We stay out of their court because it's not our court, it's their court. Okay. And we can't get justice there. What we are doing now, though, in the assemblies is practicing how to run a court. And Lee and myself, Lee is my assistant and friend up here on the Sunshine Coast, we are going to do a mock court, sorry, I should say practice court, on Sunday. And we're going to show people how it's done. We've already done a couple of practice courts, but we really need more work to get up to speed on. But eventually we will have courts all over the country, and you will be able to bring your case to the court to be heard by a jury of 12, and their verdict is binding on everybody.
That's excellent.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I believe you've already been to the Brisbane Assembly, is that right?
No, I haven't yet. I met a gentleman on a Facebook page that was to do with common law, and I forgot his Trevor, I believe was his name. He sort of, a year ago, he sort of helped me a little bit understand or get into common law. And sort of that was the gateway for me to understand that, there's this amazing law that trumps everything else, and I needed to start looking into it. So I've never actually done anything further. I've never been to an assembly. I want to start now, though. So I will be at the next one here in New Farm.
Good. Excellent. And I'm sure you're going to make a very big contribution.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else can I learn from you guys today?
John, you have a question?
Yeah, I watched that interview, that Channel 9 interview.
On the TV or the one that I posted?
No, I actually got on the Facebook page, Channel 9 Facebook page, and looked it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I actually have the recording in progress. Okay. So what Channel 9 put up actually was completely cut and edited, and I actually had a friend of mine record the live video that I actually had with the Channel 9 crew. Of everything that I was saying to the reporter, and I posted that actual proper interview on my page, because they obviously failed to disclose all the actual information that was given.
Oh, okay.
I think that reporter's going to have a problem sitting down tonight.
Oh, she honestly, okay, Harvey, just can I have a minute? She's very silly because, you know, she was citing to me the Queensland Health website. Sorry, not Queensland Health. She was, yeah, no, it's Queensland Health. And citing that to me as if that was supposed to be law. You know, and I said to her, so I've actually got the law in front of me. I've written it out. I've printed it out. I've laminated it. I'm citing to you what the actual law states. And you're coming back at me with, well, the health minister on Queensland Health website says this. This is, I mean, you don't even know the facts to come to me with this argument. You should actually research the law before you try and go around talking about it with people. She looked absolutely uneducated, and it was ridiculous for her to have even approached me. So I did post that up for everyone to see the difference between what really happened and what they put up on the news.
Well, I had to laugh because the reporter was trying to tell you that that is the supreme law over the Constitution. And I put something up on the Facebook page. This is you on the Channel 9 News.
Yep.
This is my comment. The reporter read the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act. So I lay it out for them. See also section 5123A, but not so as to authorise any form of civil conscription. So go back to school, Channel 9, and learn the law. Well,
that's it. And you know, the fact that on the news, that the actual footage that they put up at the end, they said, well, you know, she's such a stupid woman for even thinking that the Biosecurity Act trumps, you know, the direction of the health minister. And I thought, but it does. Like, it actually does. So the fact that you've said it doesn't and that I'm wrong on you know, the media outlet is actually really, really bad on them, because they don't even know the law themselves. No. To even put that up on TV for everyone, it's really concerning.
Yeah. Well, in a way, yes, but I hope a lot of people are looking at that video now and the comments, and they're seeing that one at the top. So, you know, people are reading all of these comments. A lot of people are coming on board. Yeah.
What are my hours of business tomorrow? Look, I work from 9, normally from 9 till 8 p.m. on a Wednesday. I will be there, obviously not till 8 p.m. because I don't have clients tomorrow night, but I will be there, you know, from about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be there for the most part of the day. The businesses that are next to my business actually went and stayed open today because I told them you should be here. Do not close your doors, and they did, and I'm so proud of them for doing so. And so I think, you know, the more and more people that see businesses standing up and doing the right thing, that the more and more people will feel more comfortable with doing so.
And now, a word from our sponsor, who helps keep these podcasts going.
Redpillhosting.com is your one-stop shop to buy your perfect domain name. Then get your own hosting server, or buy our easy-to-use website builder from just $8.99 a month. Yes, you heard that right. Just $8.99. Building your own website can feel like a daunting task. Who wants to deal with code anyway? Website Builder makes it simple to create a modern, professional website with no technical knowledge required. Share your passion online. With redpillhosting.com you get responsive mobile design, professional website hosting, rapid page load performance, secure SSL, 24/7 support, and much more. Do you need a shopping cart to go with that? We have just the right one for you. What sort of server do you need to host your website? We can advise you on the best solution for your needs. Choose Linux, Windows, or VPS hosting. Select what type of back-office management system you need, from cPanel, Plesk, or WordPress hosting. No matter what you need, redpillhosting.com is the place to get it. Visit us at redpillhosting.com whenever you need us.
All right, here we are at Daniela's place, and we're all gathered around here, getting ready to stop the police and the government coming in. This is a lovely salon. Vanity lashes. Here's all the patriots waiting.
Australia.
Stand up for your family.
Stand up for the next generation.
Destroy everything.
We've had enough!
Stand up.
Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up!
Take your face snappies off.
Stand up!
They will kill you. Lack of energy, too much carbon dioxide, you're breathing in bacteria.
Stand up! Stand up!
It's actually the flag our Anzacs died under for you so that you can live in this free country.
This is our real flag. This flag before we became a corporation. This was the flag we used to live by that the Anzacs died for. Not the current flag, which is a corporation flag. You should know the law. Protect your rights. Protect your children.
Read the Flag Act. Read the 1953.
Read the 1953 Flag Act. You should know this. Can you go more? Wow. Jesus, fear-mongering much? I'm sorry, it has
To arrest a young mother.
That's right.
Think about it. Is this your mother? Is this your sister? Hey, when are you going to stop?
It's the people we pay for with our taxes to serve and protect us, and this is what they're doing. They're threatening, they're intimidating, they're manipulating. So I'm in here with everybody because obviously I want to protect the safety of everybody here, but this is just not acceptable, not acceptable. So I just wanted to put that out there to everybody.
Well, I've been arrested twice already.
Have you?
And I can tell you it's nothing.
They just let you go.
In fact, I've taken them to court.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Please tell me more.
That's exactly what's happening at the moment.
Yep.
I've got a solicitor who's taken the Queensland Police Service to court for assault on myself on 2 occasions, and yeah, we're just not going to put up with it. I got a fine first time. That was on the 8th of January.
Yep.
And
Didn't pay it?
I haven't paid it, and nothing's come of it. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just waiting for them to get back to me.
And just so
nothing's
for everyone to know, if they arrested you, what happened? They took you in and then what happened?
Other way around.
Well, they really rough you up,
Yeah.
right? Then they put handcuffs on you, and then they throw you in that filthy paddy wagon thing that they've got. They take you down to the clink thing that they've got, yeah. The first one they took me to was filthy. It had black marks all over the seat. It stunk,
Disgusting.
you know. And I've got to say, for 3 days after that, I felt really itchy.
How long were you locked up for?
Oh, it was about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been advised by the police that if we don't disperse in 10 minutes or put our masks on, they are going to arrest us. There's about 20 of us here. This should be very interesting. The problem is they can arrest us anytime because they don't abide by the law.
Yep. And so how do we protect ourselves?
Well, we're locked into a private property here now, so we just have to wait and see what they're going to do.
Yep.
We're not outside bothering anybody, so They have no right to, or no reason to arrest us.
They could use that now and say, well, you've got more than the allowed numbers.
Well, I've asked them 3 times already to produce the law that they're acting under, and they say, oh, we don't have to produce the law, but they're acting here under that law, or purported law. Where is the law? If they don't have a law, they have nothing.
That's right. Very important to know that.
We're gunning for you. We've had enough. We're gonna take you down. Nowhere to run. You're under the gun. Nowhere to hide. We're gonna take you down. Look what you've done. You all better run. All of your guns won't protect you now. Your judges and cops. Here's where it stops. Run, politicians, take your last bow. All of your crimes, you're gonna do the time. Treason, treachery, all for a dime. No more fines, you built this fine. You've taken our money for the last time. You might as well run for the hills. We're gonna take you down. You're all burning hell. Hear that death knell. Run for the hills. We're gonna take you down.
If you're enjoying these podcasts on the bloodyauziebattler.com, why not become a member to support my work? It's easy. Just click on Join Us and choose the membership level that suits your pocket.